Greetings everyone, this is Lodrik and here is this is a game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition, and I play by email match against KilRoy, and today we will check the 29th December 1941. This is scenario 1 and 1 day turn setup. Last turn I was able to find some Dutch cruisers in Port Moresby and get scouting information of the British battleships north of Georgetown, and now I am able to intercept them, at least a part of the task force. Maybe KilRoy splits them up, hard to say. And this is a night engagement, and moonlight is strong, so I am maybe able to create some damage on this allied task force. And even if there's an enemy battleship, normally they're out of ammunition or very low on ammunition. So if there's not the first shell hit immediately a kill, then or hit on my ships, and I can maybe survive this. The first 8-inch shell or 20cm shell hit on the Dane was already a success. Some burning. Now we come in very close range. Also British torpedoes can now hit me. And the 8-inch shell hit of a Canberra penetrate my heavy cruiser, so in my now the opposite, I hit the light cruiser and I have a torpedo hit on a light cruiser. Normally not the number one target here for me, and again more hits. The Mukyo really take out this light cruiser now completely with a torpedo hit and 4, 5, 6 shell hits in one. In 1 minute. I know this is instant kill, more or less, I would say. I mean 2000 yards and this ship is burning, so it's very shining. I would say it's easy to spot. The only problem is that the commander concentrate all his firepower now on this one ship. I would normally say, okay, it's enough. The ship is burning, is a wreck. Switch. But this is at the end, I think the game would simulate now. This is one attack. My cruisers fire all his shells in one moment, so of course he cannot switch in this same cycle to another target. So maybe the next cycle he will switch to other ship and waste not here more ammunition on a burning wreck. And because we are only 2000 yards away, even my anti-aircraft guns, 20mm attacking. Not that they really do any bad damage. And this is a French destroyer, creating one hit on my destroyer, so they are not bad. Not that the French have much equipment in this game, but some destroyers, and I think mainly only destroyers. And now I have a torpedo hit on my destroyer, and also immediately kill. So I lose one destroyer by a lucky torpedo hit. I don't know if it's lucky, the range is very short. The Prince of Wales is still here, but normally, luckily, my commanders make the choice to attack the enemy heavy cruiser. This makes sense because here I can create really damage and one hit after the next. So the Canberra is maybe also a lost case for KilRoy. So last turn I lost a destroyer by a magazine explosion, and today I'm losing a destroyer by a torpedo hit. Always very rare events, but they always happen to me. So not very lucky, I would say, for me. But still, it is possible, and why not? So I have here 20 centimeter hits on the Prince of Wales, but this will do not really much. So you can see the Prince of Wales have only 5 1/4 shells left, so this is the heavy flag for the battleship, and no main battery shells left. This is why I can take this battle. Canberra have the next 8-inch shell hit, more fire. And 4-inch cannot penetrate my arm. So my heavy cruisers are immune against every light cruisers. I must really only fear enemy heavy cruisers and battleships. Now the steward get also hit, but nothing critical. And Canberra have more broken parts. The Dane also gets some hits. And the steward, I think the steward was responsible to send this torpedo hit against my destroyer. So would be nice to take out this destroyer to make sure that there's still no victory party for the Allies at the end. And for some reason my cruisers, I really have very low success with my surface torpedoes. Of course the main goal would be here all torpedoes on Prince of Wales. When Tony tried to get one lucky hit to slow her down and cripple her. But my commanders still are not, they don't have this kind of focus. The game don't allow this. A mixed battle. I lost one destroyer. I can sink one light cruiser. I can cripple and maybe also sink a heavy cruiser. Not a total victory for me, but yeah, I can take it. The rest of my ships are fine. And trade one destroyer for 2 enemy cruisers is, I would say, acceptable. So this is my second cruiser formation. Last turn I lost one of my fleet destroyers. Now I'm able to catch up with the Dutch cruiser formation. And this formation is normally low on shells. So I make a torpedo attack run first. But failed. now I'm, yeah, 3,000 yards. This is now really no range more. And now the Trump gets, yeah, the first hit. I only must worry enemy torpedoes. All the rest, I mean, there are not more any shells left for the Dutch. Okay, so they still have some shells, and there's one critical hit on my destroyer. And the Dutch ships all dodging dozens of shells. Not very successful engagement for the Japanese Navy so far. If you keep the balance of power, I mean my task force is much stronger.
Misguided friends. This is your number one enemy, Orphan Anne from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the Imperial government announced that the Imperial Navy has achieved another great victory near Port Moresby with the sinking of 2 carriers, a battleship, and numerous cruisers and destroyers.
At least the home front is enjoying this news, and it will not that there's a problem with the home front in Japan. There's no doubt that the Japanese will win this war, but this make a statement again for the way is very clear. There is no defeat for me waiting. Anyway, only light damage for the Dutch forces here. Somehow they really was able to dodge everything. Yeah, maybe next time. So we hear the sinking sound. Maybe this is the Canberra. My sub was again not successful with this destroyer engagement. And now it's daytime. So same engagement. The cruisers are back. Now we can see each other very well. And hopefully this is now the end of this Dutch formation. But Dutch making the first hit. Luckily, it's only 15 centimeter light cruiser shell hits, and they have no real meaning or impact on my heavy cruisers. So the Dutch commander is very skillful and has already the second shell hit on my cruisers. And this one is maybe really doing some system damage. And my ships don't want really land a hit. Okay, now. And so this is really a penetration hit. It will slow down the cruiser. And now my destroyer is landing at least some hits. So the Trump is going down slowly. Again, belt armor hit, no penetration. Range of 18,000 yards is normally not the easy way to create hits. There was just the explosion of magazine, I think, on the Dutch destroyer, or it was too fast. I just saw only hit. Yeah. So the Dutch also have a magazine explosion on the destroyer. And the Trump have so many 8-inch shell hits now. There's not much left. The Trump is also, all these Dutch light cruisers are very light built, heavy destroyer leaders or something like this, similar to the Japanese light cruisers. They don't have intention to battle enemy cruisers, so all what I can. Well, my ships will suffer some system damage and some fire damage, but normally the engine room, the flooding is under control. So it's like go back to port, repair 1 week, and then everything is fine again. And the Dutch destroyers are maybe now not the best one, but they can be nice in the maybe after half year you can equip this radar. So if I can take them out now quickly, will be helpful. So Dutch commander won't now break. One hit after the next. So the Trump must be very slow already. Cannot maneuver more. I don't count more. I think there are at least 10 or more hits on the Trump, so it's a burning wreck. Now it's time to take out the enemy Dutch destroyers. Trump go down. You can see that the Dutch destroyers really landing hits. Not that they are very powerful, but the Dutch destroyers are not bad. Compared to the cruisers, I would say they are much better. Yeah. The range is increasing more and more, so the Dutch are escaping. Maybe my Japanese task force is also out of torpedoes. The system damage will also be at least something. You can see all of my ships are maybe on fire or heavy fire, but no heavy damage. The light cruiser is dead. 2 destroyers, oh no, only 1 destroyer sunk immediately, 1 other is on fire. But my task force still won't go and try it again. But there's also a split of my task force. Before I had 4 heavy cruisers with 4 destroyers, now only 3 and 3. So one of my cruisers more or less break and sail back now to Rabaul automatically because of too much damage. And now I can get immediately a hit on the enemy destroyer. But maybe I'm out of ammunition because now I'm using only my heavy flak. Yeah. I'm short on ammunition, so my task force leader already break contact. But I get at least 5 shell hits with heavy damage on 1 additional destroyer, so at least this 1 destroyer will also not reach any port. And now it's time to return to Rabaul. So we had some navy engagement. I must still sweep here mines in Saipan. And now my carriers can maybe take over and sink all of this what escaped. This is a Dutch destroyer, maybe already burning and slow. bombardment in China, nothing really new. And here I bombard. I think this is an airstrike on air attack on Singapore. I'm not more sure why I did this, but I think this was only misclick. You can see that I come also only with a reduced bomb load. Yeah, that is the reduced bomb load is because Kuala Lumpur I only have an airfield of 2 and not of 3, so I cannot operate with full payload. I damage here some. I attack the airfield to damage and destroy the enemy airplanes on the ground. That was the reason. And I can find here one destroyed Blenheim. This was again no success. But this looks better. The Dutch Air Force is coming back, but this time I am able to bring in at least some zeros to escort or cover my forces. And without escort to kill here this Dutch bombers is not a big heavy task for my zeros. It's only a question of numbers. I have enough zeros to kill all of these Dutch bombers. Yeah, I'm slowly losing here the numbers of zeros I have. But I take at least a bunch of Dutch bombers with me. But this is long range cap, so from Johor Bahru. So yeah, I cannot bring in too many zeros to cover my forces in Palm Bank. And I also expect that once I had here capped, and KilRoy is maybe not more coming back. They have maybe no airbase with the range to escort his bombers going in and out. Still 17, make it through. And I have here more disabled units. And there are more Dutch and less zeros. My zero only able to damage one enemy bomber. That is far too little to have impact. This pilot was really not the best one. He not even get a damage enemy bomber, so will be unsuccessful and still a successful bombardment on my troops. Yeah, the last one, but I again already engine problem. So no interception. Luckily also only light damage on my ground for my ground forces. Surprisingly, my carriers found no enemy task force in range, at least in the morning. Or they don't choose to attack. This is this Dutch destroyer. More potential damage for them. So my dive bombers want go for the Java. I think the Java had the two torpedo hits last turn. I was normally expecting that this ship is already on the bottom of the sea, but no, it survived. But it survived only that my dive bombers show up and then it sunk. I was not even able to attack the Greek. So, naja, now I know it's dead. Now it's sure. But this was the only airstrike I got for my support carrier, so Dutch destroyers survived. But they are more sinking sounds, so maybe they're sinking just in this moment. So taking the next base, or landing at the next base. Now crossing on Singapore Island, the shock attack. So at least one Allied Air Force unit just gets destroyed. So I bring 2000 attack value to 800. At the end it's come 1200 or 1300 to 600. I can reduce the enemy fort. I'm not so sure if this is now a bug, but you can see in the report that it was a fort level of 3 and the Japanese assault reduced it to a level 1. I never saw this before, that you can reduce a fort per turn or per day more than 1. So normally it must be a fort level of 2, but somehow maybe the report have a bug, I don't know. At the end, I have here many disabled units for me, and also many, you can see, engineers getting destroyed. The combat squads, I would say, yeah, it doesn't matter. And the engineers are dying because they blow up the enemy fort. So it is a little costly, and I not won this battle immediately, but it was also no failure, let's say this. It's the right way. I must maybe wait 1 or 2 turns to get the fatigue down, and then I can try it again. So north of Nanyang, I think I let my tanks attack because my infantry just arrived this turn, so I was trying to maybe push all enemy forces away with my tanks. No, I have here now 48 disabled units, so many tanks are damaged, but nothing really gets destroyed, and it For the Chinese are also many disabled units. So okay, no instant success, but this will make it more easy for my infantry now to take out this bunch of Chinese units. And here is west of Nanyang. I try to hunt down this enemy HQ, and now it is destroyed. There's also some cleanup operation from a tank unit, but the Chinese forces escaping again. Not with much combat value, but they jumping northeast. So, but now they are not more blocking the highway. Here is this mountain spot in Crossway. There are 2 Chinese corps digging in, supported by army HQ, and it's a little hard to break here. You can see enemy have a fort level of 3, and I have much higher casualties compared to the Chinese. So this is not working. I need more reinforcements to break through. This Chinese corps give up. The highway is open. Is okay. So I have now a direct line from Kaifeng to Nanyang. Clarkfield. Second battle. And second battle is also the last battle of Clarkfield. All the forces are retreating now to Bataan. Okay, 1 or 2 won't give up. But most of the allied forces retreating. So again, I have disabled and destroyed units. Not that I can take here the base without anything. The allied forces have many destroyed units, but I think there's still much more waiting for me to kill in Bataan. But yeah, Clarkfield is already under Japanese control, and this is in the third week of the war. The mountain is still... Yeah. Oh, this hex, I think this is not the base. Yeah, this is the hex next to the base. I took already the base. So this time I was not able to penetrate the defense, so even odds because this forces was broken already last turn, so I was expecting a more easy victory, but no, the allies won't hold it. But in Zamboanga, all resistance is already over at the first attempt. That is nice, because this is if the forces are retreating here to the jungle, then it's also hard to catch them. Get both of them quickly on will help. And Cebu is still holding. Again, I take the fort out. I think we're disabling each other, but I have more forces left than the Americans. So, counter battery fire, nothing happens. So, the allies are down to 23 attack value and I have still 150. Every day I'm hoping for the victory. And even more battles, crossing the river, so we have a shock attack, a third of my division, cleaning up these Chinese forces. And again, 1 destroyed, 1 retreating to... I don't know where they're retreating. Or maybe they're still in the hex. No, cannot be. So maybe both are destroyed. So it was a very long turn, very active, many navy battles, not much air activity, but a bunch of land battles. Singapore was just so, Clarkfield was success, and most of the other battles in China are also fine. Not every battle, but most of the battles. Good, so we arrived at the 30th December. The air battle, the only really big air battle we had here over Palmbang, I was able to kill 14 Dutch bombers. That is a third, maybe I think roughly a third of the Dutch bomber force is maybe left in Java. And two Blenheims maybe getting destroyed in Singapore. These are two. I don't know where they sunk. Maybe these are scout planes sunk with a cruiser and the seagull. And on top of this, also one flying tiger. No, 5 flying tigers getting destroyed. I know. Oh, this is in total. Sorry, my mistake. So 1 flying tiger, 1 Catalina. Okay, this makes sense. So 18-1. So the only really airplane I lost is this bomber killed by flak. And ship. Or I can maybe check this. And this one bomber pilot is really dead, so he's no more. Ship sunk. Last turn. Japanese. So it's not. I lost 1 fleet destroyer. This time against a torpedo hit. So yeah, this killing my good fleet destroyers are really suffering here early on, high casualties. If I can change or exchange here 1 fleet destroyer for 3 enemy cruisers plus a destroyer would be nice, but yeah. The Java was normally supposed to sunk already last time. Trump is dead for sure, but this is the cheapest light cruiser, you can say. And this is his Australian. This is for sure dead. The Canberra is, for I would also guess, not more operational, but who knows? Yeah. A victory for the Japanese Navy still, if you can see the numbers here, but no easy victory. Still paid by blood. And maybe the land losses, so we have now... I come close to 81 to 2,658, so it's a good ratio, of course, still. And it will be maybe increasing after I finish Singapore and Bataan. In China, we have here a bunch of battles. You can see everywhere there's a cross. This is cleanup operation. I tried to break through to Xi'an. No, it wasn't successful, but my infantry is now in the hex. So I will maybe rest my tanks and let my infantry attack. So that they always can have a day of rest and then attack. And here, this was a failed attempt. My division, I only attack with my division, and I have here now 52 disabled units, and also a lot of other stuff is disabled. So this division is now partly disabled and not more in the best conditions. Yeah, it was of course not a surprise, but good news that Clark Field is under control, so I can maybe move all of my aviation equipment to Manila before it was a little blocked here, and then I rest 2-3 turns, and then I can enter Bataan. So maybe it's the first week of January I can finish this all of the operations in Luzon. The Battle of Singapore was a mixed batch. I have here some units getting wiped out. Not that they really had much, but some units, sometimes the game throw one unit completely under the bus and others have only light damage, so okay. You can see the TOE that I have here 2-3 units that are highly or more likely heavily damaged, and others are all only 10% down or something like this. Biggest threat for me or problem is that my main divisions are high fatigue, high disruption, so I cannot attack. It makes no sense to attack now. I must wait at least 2-3 turns. I will use this time to get reinforcements. There's still some regiments on the way. If the next regiments maybe cross the river, I will also attack Singapore. So no battle in Palembang, air war of Palembang, okay. Kill some bombers, but no real change. Quickly check this forces. So my This is my cruiser, my destroyer, heavily damaged. Don't ask me how this is possible, only 15 centimeter, but it's making only surface damage, so you can see no major damage, only a lot of surface damage. And my destroyer is also damaged. But at least only I lost one destroyer. The rest is normally trying to pick up this 2 Dutch destroyers escaping, but I think I have now my carriers here so they can get rid of this. Here's also 3 more American ships trying to escape. And I cannot see more this battleship formation. I only know that my cruisers are on the way back to refuel and rearm. The Nazi got a 8-inch shell hit with some damage, but I would say 1 week, maximum 2 weeks in Rabul, and I can get rid of this. Maybe the major damage is over 6. I have a repair ship coming, so I can also get rid of this. So not much damage on this cruiser formation, but had this unluckily torpedo hit on my destroyer was a really blow again. So nothing more here. I checked the map. I still don't see enemy battleships from Pearl Harbor. I also don't see enemy carriers, and we have still here many ships running with fighting with my destroyers, but no game-changing event. Good. Thank you. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.